150 horsepower, a $110,000 price tag, only 131 units worldwide. This is the 2025 CVO Road Glide RR, Harley's most extreme factory machine ever created, and you're looking at the new king of all baggers. Now this isn't just another Harley with a fancy paint job. This is pure king of the baggers race technology injected straight into a street-legal missile. Titanium, carbon fiber, race-spec Öhlins suspension, and the most powerful Milwaukee-Eight engine ever installed in a production bike. Before we dive into what makes this bike special, let's talk some numbers. Just 131 of these machines will ever exist. Now that's not a marketing gimmick, that's genuine exclusivity. Each bike carries a serialized riser clamp with its production number, instant bragging rights that prove you've secured one of the rarest Harleys ever built. At $110,000, it costs more than a Porsche 911, and they'll still sell out instantly. Because what Harley has created isn't just a motorcycle. It's the ultimate collector's piece for those who demand the absolute pinnacle of American V-twin performance. Now, let's talk about what really matters: raw, pavement-shredding power. At the heart of this beast sits the Screamin' Eagle 131 cubic inch Milwaukee-Eight, pushing over 150 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque. This is the most powerful engine Harley has ever put into a production bike, period. The red line sits at 6,500 RPM, which might not sound impressive until you realize we're talking about a Milwaukee-Eight. This isn't some high-strung sport bike engine. This is American muscle, tuned to deliver arm-stretching torque the moment you crack that throttle. Harley has essentially taken their biggest production engine and transformed it into a race-ready power plant that still maintains street reliability. It's the kind of power that will have sport bike riders doing double takes at stoplights. What makes this engine even more impressive is the extensive internal work. Forged pistons, CNC-ported heads, and a high-lift cam create an engine that breathes better and revs freer than any Milwaukee-Eight before it. The compression ratio has been bumped up to 10.7 to 1, requiring premium fuel, but delivering that extra kick when you need it the most. This isn't just a bigger engine. It's a completely reimagined powertrain, designed specifically for this limited-run masterpiece. Let's be clear about something. This bike won't exist without Harley's dominant performance in the King of the Baggers Racing Series. Since entering the series in 2021, Harley's factory race team has been collecting championships and rewriting what's possible with the bagger platform. The Road Glide RR is a direct beneficiary of that racing development, essentially a street-legal version of what Kyle Weinman and his team campaign on tracks across America. From the suspension geometry to the engine internals, this is race technology that you can register for the road. It's the closest connection between Harley's racing program and their production bikes since the legendary VR1000 project of the 1990s. Making a bagger fast isn't just about power, it's about shedding weight. And this is where Harley went all in with some exotic materials. The full exhaust system is pure titanium, built by Akrapovic, the same company that makes systems for MotoGP bikes. It's not just for the incredible sound, it's a serious weight reduction strategy. Carbon fiber is everywhere, from the front fender to the side panels, saddlebags, and that aggressive front fairing. Look closely and you'll see the carbon fiber weave under the clear coat, visual proof of its racing DNA. Even the smallest components have been reimagined in billet aluminum, shaving ounces wherever possible. The result is a bagger that handles like nothing you've ever experienced, responsive, agile, and surprisingly nimble despite its size. This is where the Road Glide RR truly separates itself from anything Harley has ever built before. Fully adjustable race-spec Öhlins suspension transforms the riding experience. The 43mm inverted forks up front provide precise feedback and control, while the dual remote reservoir shocks in the rear can be dialed in perfectly to your weight and riding style. What this means in the real world is a bagger that can corner, aggressively. The increased lean angles let you push this bike harder than any touring machine has the right to be pushed. This isn't your grandfather's Harley that scrapes boards at the mere suggestion of a curve. The handling package completely rewrites what's possible with a touring platform. It's not just good for a bagger, it's legitimately good, period. And it's the clearest evidence of how Harley's racing program has directly influenced this street machine. Now, with all that performance comes the need for serious stopping power, and Harley delivered with a braking system straight from the racetrack. Brembo GP4 RX CNC calipers, technology derived directly from MotoGP, clamped down on massive 320mm T-drive rotors. This isn't just good braking for a cruiser, this is exceptional braking for any motorcycle. The feel at the lever is immediate and progressive, giving you the confidence to brake later and harder than you've ever dared on a typical touring bike. And it's all backed by sophisticated cornering ABS that works whether you're in a panic situation or just managing your entry speed into a tight curve. When you're pushing 150 horsepower in something this size, braking becomes just as important as acceleration. And Harley clearly understood that equation perfectly. Look at this thing. It's absolutely menacing. The paint scheme screams performance. Harley-Davidson racing orange with black and white accents that connected visually to their race bikes. But this isn't just a graphics package, it's a complete visual transformation. The silhouette sits lower and more aggressive. The front fairing has been reshaped to improve aerodynamics. Even the riding position is more committed, slightly leaned forward, ready for action. Then, there are the details true enthusiasts will notice, like the exposed carbon fiber weave visible under the deep gloss clear coat, or the serialized badge that reminds you exactly how special this machine really is. This is a bike that commands attention, not just because it's a Harley, but because it's clearly something extraordinary, even at a glance. Now, if you're enjoying this deep dive into Harley's most extreme bagger ever, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos. And drop a comment letting me know what you think about this beast. Now, despite this bike's racing pedigree, the Road Glide RR doesn't skimp on technology. At the center of the cockpit sits a massive 12.3-inch touchscreen display running Harley's Skyline OS. This gives you full navigation, smartphone connectivity, and control over the bike's various ride modes and performance settings. And because this is still a bagger at heart, Harley included their top-tier Rockford Fosgate Stage 3 audio system, because sometimes you want to hear something besides that glorious exhaust note. Safety technology hasn't been overlooked either. Advanced traction control, cornering ABS, and hill hold control make this high-performance machine surprisingly manageable regardless of conditions. This is the perfect blend of race bike performance with touring bike amenities, proof that you don't have to sacrifice comfort for speed. Now, what's truly remarkable about the Road Glide RR is how it transforms the riding experience. Twist the throttle and you're greeted with acceleration that would embarrass sport bikes, all while surrounded by the deep, thunderous soundtrack from that titanium exhaust. The seating position strikes the perfect balance between aggression and comfort. It's sporty enough to attack corners with confidence, yet relaxed enough for those longer stretches of highway. The custom seat provides support exactly where you need it during hard acceleration and braking. There's something almost theatrical about piloting this machine. The stairs it attracts, the rumble beneath you, and the knowledge that you're experiencing something only 130 other riders worldwide will ever know. It's not just transportation, it's a visceral performance piece with you as a star. So where exactly does the Road Glide RR fit into the motorcycle landscape? At $110,000, it exists in a category almost of its own. More expensive than flagship offerings from European manufacturers like Ducati and BMW. Its closest competitor might be the Indian Challenger RR, another race-inspired bagger. But the Harley trumps it in exclusivity, power, and premium components. The truth is, this isn't a motorcycle that competes with anything else. It's a halo product, a demonstration of what's possible when Harley-Davidson decides to flex every engineering muscle they have. It's for the collector who demands the absolute best, regardless of price. This isn't about value propositions or practicality. It's about owning the most extreme example of American motorcycle engineering ever offered to the public. But let's be honest, this isn't a bike for everyone. And that's exactly the point. It's for the die-hard Harley enthusiast who already has a garage full of bar and shield machines but wants something truly special. It's for the performance junkie who demands the absolute best components and doesn't care what it costs to get them. It's for the collector who understands that of the 131 units produced, many will immediately go into climate-controlled garages, making the few that actually hit the streets even rarer. And it's for the rider who wants to make a statement, who refuses to blend in with the crowd and is willing to pay a premium for something genuinely extraordinary. This isn't a bike that you buy on impulse. It's a bike you've been waiting for Harley to build for decades. The 2025 CVO Road Glide RR represents something truly special. The moment Harley-Davidson decide to show the world what they're truly capable of. It's a motorcycle that challenges preconceptions and pushes boundaries in ways we rarely see from major manufacturers. Is it worth $110,000? For the 131 lucky owners who secure one, absolutely. They're not just buying a motorcycle, they're buying a piece of history, a collector's item that will likely appreciate in value the moment they roll it out of the dealership. For the rest of us, it's a glimpse into what's possible when one of motorcycling's most storied brands decides to go all in on performance. And perhaps more importantly, it's a sign that Harley is dead serious about expanding beyond their traditional comfort zone. Now, if you enjoyed this look at Harley's most exclusive motorcycle ever, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And let me know in the comments, if you had $110,000 to spend on any motorcycle, would this be your choice? Until next time, this is Motorcycle Library. Keep the shiny side up.